Welcome to the Honolulu Cheese Podcast, the pretty much #1 NFC North podcast. I'm your host, Matt. Joining me as always, my co-hosts, Ryan and Moran. Fellas, I was going to come on here and make a joke about how it's a sad day for me because I feel the Bears might be relinquishing their title as 4-time consecutive offseason champs. But we had some breaking news into the show before we hopped on. Moran, MAXX Crosby, not going to be a Baltimore Raven. Baltimore has backed out of the MAXX Crosby trade. Your immediate thoughts, my friend?
Just wow. It's a ripple effect. The Raiders, right after Crosby was dealt, they signed everyone, including my mom and dad. So
congrats again to them being paid at the top of the market.
Big for the family.
So now Raiders went from having an additional $30 million in cap to who do we tell? Yeah, thanks, but we're not signing you. Do they cut down Linderbaum's 50% increase in the center market? Do they tell Quay Walker you got a Quay? Or who knows?
You got a Quay that way.
Yeah, I just don't know what they're going to do.
Do they frantically try to sell lower on Crosby? I don't know.
I mean, has the Raiders front office ever not been frantic, to be fair?
I feel like they got Tom Brady. He's around. Maybe that helps.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't.
There's kind of no advantages you can take as a owner, Tom Brady. You can't deflate free agents and things like that.
You could get into team meetings when you're announcing their game for Fox.
That's fair.
I'd probably gather some pretty good intel that way, I'd imagine.
That's fair.
Ryan, what do you think? What is your updated offer? You know what else I just thought of? I made that MAXX Crosby short for last week for our YouTube channel. Never released it.
That's right.
Now tomorrow I can release it with the show. MAXX Crosby back on. That bitch is already made.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's right. We'll be ahead of the game.
Ryan, MAXX Crosby is back on the market. Are you calling the Raiders to offer 2 firsts to get MAXX Crosby?
I don't even know if you have to offer 2 firsts because now the deal sweetens for the other side, doesn't it? Like the Raiders just lost a whole lot of leverage.
I think so, yeah.
And I feel like the Lions and Bears especially are sitting there kind of foaming at the mouth a little bit. But the Bears are the ones who allegedly made the offer that was one up by the Ravens because the Ravens have a higher draft pick.
At an earlier first,
correct.
Sure.
So, I mean, I feel like the Bears are the ones who are kind of going to swoop in here. I'm worried about it, to be honest with you.
Also, don't forget to mention the failed physical.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
But even in the past 30 minutes since the news is broken, Matt, is like, oh, this is foul play by Baltimore. They got cold feet, this and that. I don't know. Explain it.
Yeah, no, so it's still, stories developing kind of as we're recording here, but people who are a lot smarter and know a lot more people than us, like Schefter, Diana Rossini, Rappaport, are all saying the feedback around the league that they're getting from other GMs is that this is a total BS move by Baltimore.
Yeah.
And Baltimore basically maybe just thought Trey Hendrickson's number was going to be higher than it is. And they're like, well, if we get Trey Hendrickson and just keep the picks, maybe that's the move. So
what was I saying last week?
I know. More to come. We'll see what happens. So MAXX Crosby, not a Raven, probably not a Raider for much longer either. But we'll see.
You gotta think these GMs saying that though, this trade / non-trade has literally affected a total of 50 players between.
Oh yeah,
affected
the whole rosters.
Yeah.
Like if a Lions player goes to the Panthers, for example, now the Panthers and Lions, it's so many things moving. So those GMs are all screwed.
Dude, this is like planning a vacation and your hotel being canceled on the way to Florida. You have to change everything now. Your whole plans change, and not only that. but everyone else around you is affected. Like we were just talking about the Bears and the Lions. The Ravens are affected. Their fans just got blue balled into oblivion. They're like, oh my God, finally a great edge rusher to help Lamar again. And they just got taken out of it.
The funniest thing I seen on Twitter before we jumped on is some guy tweeted, if the Ravens land MAXX Crosby, I'll shave my head. Well, he shaved his head. He can't get it back.
Oh, man. Tough break for that guy. That's
why? What's wrong with being bald?
Well, I'm just saying, if you're doing it as like a wager, it's probably, you might have an oddly shaved head. All due respect to you guys.
Should we do the Price is Right version of how much money was spent on Ravens Crosby jerseys that are now null and void?
Oh my God!
Well, they're not even shipped out.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not even shipped
That's true.
Out
yet. Yeah,
that's an easy fix.
Yeah. I'm sure the customer service department at Fanatics will be super helpful. Those fucking criminals.
Maybe the Ravens backed out because he has too many X's in his name.
Could be, or maybe he doesn't have enough. And they wanted him to be more hardcore.
Oh,
we'll see.
I see what you did there. That was good. Touch them all, as you say.
All right, let's talk a little free agency, boys. Free agency has not officially begun. We're recording this Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, but the tampering window is open. I really have no idea why they do the tampering window, but it's probably in case the team backs out on a trade and now you need to rework some contracts to get under the cap. So that could be the reason. All right, but I saw this on Twitter. It was filed under fascinating stat, which I did not personally find it to be. What percentage of players that change teams in free agency make the Pro Bowl the next year? Ryan, what's your guess?
Oh, it can't be majority, right? I mean,
no.
I don't know, like 21%?
Yeah, I was going to say less than 25%.
5%.
Wow, that's super
make
low.
The Pro Bowl the next year. So it is like maybe a little lower than I thought, but think about like how many dudes change teams via free agency.
Yeah, we're talking like every
how
player?
many role players.
Yeah.
So it was like fascinating stat. And then I read it a few times. I was like, I probably would have guessed like maybe a little higher than that, but not a ton. But yeah, kind of wanted to get into from an NFC North perspective, kind of where everyone was feeling, what their teams did. I feel like the Bears have been probably the most active. So
Shocking.
Let's start there. Yeah, I mean, it's a slow off ramp, Moran, from back to back off-season champs. We can't be relinquishing the crown too soon. But so on Friday, we traded a 5th rounder to the Patriots for Garrett Bradbury. A couple guys we lost in free agency. We lost Zacchaeus to Atlanta, Dominique Robinson to the Texans, and Deshaun Wright signed with the Jets. Thought he might get a little more cash. Got like $5 million. We re-signed Case Keenum, re-signed Braxton Jones, re-signed DeMarco Jackson. And then we brought in Kobe Bryant, Devin Bush, Neville Gilmore, Khalif Raymond, and then there was a dude we actually signed like an hour ago that I had never heard of. He was a D lineman that Dennis Allen possibly knew from New Orleans. You guys have any thoughts before I jump into it on kind of what the Bears have been up to thus far?
I feel like they've been the only team in the North who's actually trying to win. Like that's kind of what it comes down to. Like the Devin Bush signing is a good one. The Kobe Bryant pickup is a good one.
Mamba mentality. I mean,
the Bears just know how to offseason. You got to give it to them. They're active.
I think the Bears' best move is the move that they didn't make in Lindenbaum. They got Garrett Bradbury for peanuts. He played very well, and I told you this on when you guys did it. It was just a smart move. And then seeing the Lindenbaum contract, what it went for, it was even that much more smart. Like I know because you're like contract, but that was
right because you're like, oh, okay, Creed Humphreys at $18 million. Good chance like Linderbaum gets to like 20, and then like maybe he gets above that, and you're like, that's too rich for us. We have Bradbury, solid floor. Yeah, the fact that he beat it by 50% was
nuts,
eye-opening for sure. But sometimes when you're a bad team, you got to pay a bad team tax, and they're going to draft Fernando Mendoza number 1, so I guess if it works for you, it works for you. But the Devin Bush signing, Ryan, I agree. Devin Bush was fairly underwhelming the first couple of years of his career.
Yeah.
He was really good in Cleveland, behind arguably the second or third best defensive line in football. So I'm sure when you're a fast linebacker, that helps free you up and go places. So I don't know, the Devin Bush signing, I like it. The Bears needed speed on defense, but I definitely think it's not like a foregone conclusion that looks great in a year or two. The Kobe Bryant one surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the Bears would bring back Byard and then go cheap at the other spot. Maybe they still do bring back Byard. Neville Gallimore is like a rotational defensive tackle, so hopefully he plays a little better than Dio Dangbo did. The Khalif Raymond signing is kind of fun. Familiarity with Ben Johnson. I saw Amon-Ra was pretty bummed about it.
Yeah,
anytime you can, take a weapon from a division rival.
Something about something every time, bro.
Gotta stay relevant.
He's a big locker room guy. It's true. He's a big culture
sick
guy.
of that guy. Yeah.
He's trying to stay above us in the podcast ranks, man. You can't fault him for that.
Look, Khalif was here a long time. He had an effect on a lot of people. Like it's fair to be upset that he's gone. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but group. Gadget dude on offense, great returner. Yeah. So I feel good about the Bears.
Returning wise, he's been underwhelming as of late. So
here goes Ryan.
No.
Here goes the special.
Oh, here we go. Oh, now he's gone. He sucks, right?
Yep. That's the Ryan special.
I didn't even want MAXX Crosby, and now I'm like, I kind of want.
No. He used to be, like, in my opinion, a top 5 returner, but last year it just wasn't it. But last year a lot of things weren't it on the Lions, to be fair. So, shout out to Khalif.
Yeah, I think we gave him $5 million. So even if you're just, I feel like there's different levels of kick and punt returning, right? It's like you have an elite guy, you have a guy that isn't going to do anything stupid, which is way more valuable than you would think, and then you just have the wild card, the Velus Jones, that you're like, oh god,
yeah,
here we go.
Every
it
time
might hit him in the face. It might hit him in the face, Matt.
Yeah.
The one that I thought it put my my tickler file up a little bit. 2 years, 5 or 7 million.
It put your what up?
Tickler file? My tickler file?
What the heck is that?
Put that in a tickler file?
Probably not the right time of the year to be saying that.
No?
No.
I don't know. Put up my, let's call it my antenna.
There's got to be a better adjective.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. We're live here, pal. When I saw Case Keenum get signed for 2 years, I was like, I wonder if that means we're entertaining some Tyson Bagent trade offers.
Yeah.
So we'll see. More to come, I guess.
No.
Cardinals, maybe. They missed out on Malik. We'll see. Steelers.
Tyson Bagent won't be on your team to start the year.
That's what it's starting to feel like. What do you think he fetches in a trade if he were to go? Day 2 pick?
If you get lucky, it'd be a second, but more likely a third.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking maybe a third that could become a second, based on something like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought too. Like a day 2 pick.
So it's going to be because I told you guys before the show started that Kyler Murray is deciding between the Vikings and the Steelers. I think whoever doesn't get him will trade for Bagent.
Okay. I don't mind that. I guess we're on solid segue. We're going to do the Vikings last, but they don't get a ton of love on the podcast. So a lot of smoke around Kyler Murray. They lost Jalen Naylor. They re-signed a couple guys on defense. So excuse me. I didn't mute that, Ryan, but I will do that next time. I see the fire in your eyes. Don't you worry. Sorry to the listening audience. That one snuck up on me.
He might have to edit out the tickler pickler or whatever the hell you just said.
That's right. Tickler file right in your throat. So yeah, not a ton of stuff from the Vikings, but if you were to wake up tomorrow and see the Vikings were signing Kyler, I personally, I'd be like, ooh, I don't really love that. No. I think Kyler is...
Why is everyone so worried about Kyler Murray?
I'll tell you why. He's been underwhelming for sure, right?
There's shit he's good at.
He has talent. He got drafted first overall for a reason.
So does J.J. McCarthy.
I agree, but J.J. played terribly last year, and Kyler wasn't exactly great either, but he's better than J.J.
Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl kind of took a little bit away from O'Connell. If you think about it, maybe he was just good.
In a way, for sure. But O'Connell is the one who kind of
yeah.
revitalized him, though.
Sure, yeah, and he's done that like with some other guys, like the Josh Dobbs stuff, but yeah, I agree. Shine could be off a little bit of O'Connell, but I don't know. Kyler's a flawed player, right?
I think
too small.
I think what it is, Murat, is like right now, Minnesota does not scare me whatsoever with JJ McCarthy. And I'm saying that they beat us twice, and I'm not like talking shit down.
Well,
I'm not talking down to Minnesota.
JJ didn't beat you twice.
Well, JJ beat us once, and then Brosmer beat us once. So
yeah,
Brosmer
is very terrifying. I know.
No, but like sitting here right now, they're the least scary team in the division. But if you add a veteran quarterback who's got talent, I don't care how he's played before, they become a little more scary. So with the chance of being like really good if he really figures it out. So I think it's just the potential that's scary, not necessarily like he's going to come in and light the world on fire right away.
I know I'm always that guy. I don't try to be, but he really doesn't scare me at all. And you guys can loop this as much as you want when they go win the Super Bowl, like Sam Darnold did. But like,
I mean, I'll put it this way: if Kyler goes to Minnesota tomorrow, he's still the worst quarterback in the division
by far,
easily. But he has potential, so you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, no, I just think like Minnesota's got a really good roster. And
they have good coaching. More importantly, they have good coaching. And yes, they have a good roster. It's better than Arizona.
Well, that's not saying much.
I don't think Minnesota had a bad roster last year. Like before the year started last year, we were talking about them being a contender.
They won 9 games with terrible quarterback.
Right.
That's really all you need in a really good division. That's really all you need to know.
That's true.
I think Minnesota, if things can fall in place quickly, and they could be the one that sneaks up on all of us, and we're all sitting here eating crow if things go right.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Yeah, I would rather Minnesota go into the season with Kirk Cousins and JJ McCarthy than JJ McCarthy and Kyler.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Yep. All right, that does it for the Vikings. Let's fire back to the Motor City, Ryan. Tell us about the Lions in free agency.
Well, I feel like Brad Holmes thinks the tampering period starts in April because we are just so we're just
not doing any tampering.
I don't know, man. It's hard as a Lions fan because like we look forward to this for months, I feel like, and then every update I get, Raiders are doing this, Bucks are doing this, Bears are doing this, and we're just sitting there with like nothing. And then
can I say something about that real quick? So this is no shot at Matt because it worked for the Bears last year, but usually the most active teams are 100%. Usually always the most active, and they're always not the good teams.
Yeah.
So it's 100%. Not a bad thing that your team's not being active right now.
But it is when we have...
Last year was an anomaly with Bears and Patriots, 100%. Especially. But yeah. I don't foresee the Raiders making the playoffs next year.
No.
Like the Eagles, everyone was tripping that the Eagles didn't make a move until today. But like, that's a team that's won 2 Super Bowls, and that's always good. I think they're okay.
Yeah. No.
That's what that's what good teams do, right? Good teams re-sign their guys. They make supplemental additions like on small draft misses that they had, and they're not like paying average players at the top of the market.
So that's
my bad, right? I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. I mean, that's a good point. But my whole thing with the Lions is it's not even the lack of new guys we're picking up. We're letting everybody go. Roy Lopez, nice defensive tackle last year who filled in very nicely, and we were all looking forward to re-signing left. Amik Robertson left. Khalif made...
And Roy Lopez didn't get a ton of money, right? He got like $5 million.
No, I feel like we could have done it.
He played like pretty good.
We could have done it, especially with DJ Reader about to leave. Like that probably would have been really smart for us.
Can I just jump in here real quick? Very, very off topic. I'm so sorry. Bam Adebayo is 11 points away from 81 points.
Wow. He was
70 points.
He was staring at the Pistons the other night too. That's freaking crazy.
But carry on. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
That broke my brain. I thought Bam Adebayo was averaging like 12 points a game.
He might watch NBA. No, he's up around like 20 usually, but I never thought he'd be close to 81. That's wild. So yeah, Roy Lopez, Amik Robertson, Anzalone left. We'll get to that in a second. Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? From we had Pitch Grid Pod chiming in, Ryan. So let's make sure we get your thoughts on Anzalone.
So with Jack Campbell's come up last year and him playing so great, the writing was on the wall for Anzalone. Like, we're not going to have two very similar linebackers, especially when Anzalone's up there, and we're not going to pay him. So I feel like everyone kind of knew Anzalone was gone. He went to Tampa, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not a great feeling because I feel like we play Tampa every year, and I feel like they just got a little better. But I mean, I like Anzalone. He's a good player. He was also a big locker room guy. He was like our team captain forever on defense. So losing him sucks. Losing Monty sucked. Like these are all emotional things, and it's kind of going against the whole Brad Holmes. He loves to pay his own guys because we let a lot of our own guys walk. Glasgow gone, Decker gone, Monty gone. Like Khalif Raymond made like a
Remember
tree and
last
left.
week,
Like
Ryan,
there's
when
just
we were.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember last week with me and Moran, we're like, I wonder if the Lions will cut Taylor Decker, and you're like, there's no way we're cutting Taylor Decker.
So
remember that?
That was so obvious.
It wasn't though.
Hello?
Hello.
So the way I'm looking at Taylor
McFly?
Decker is like, your offensive line is already so unstable. And then he made this big announcement that he's not retiring and he's coming back. So I feel like, okay, like we all know this is your right off into the sunset year. We'll give it one last chance with you, and then we'll replace you next year. I never once thought that we were actually serious about releasing him.
Ryan, if I put on Instagram that I'm married to Jessica Alba, it doesn't mean that I am. Like,
you could try.
Just,
you never know.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
And honestly,
how would we know?
Honestly, it shows maturity from the Lions.
I agree.
Because if they didn't cut Taylor Decker and just took his $18 million salary and was like, hey, we're going to pay an average lineman $18 million because we drafted you.
So that's my thing though.
That's
like,
the same old Lions.
You're making a lot of the right calls that are also hard, but they're the right calls. I think letting Monty and Decker go was smart. I think letting Glasgow go was smart. We got good return for Monty as well. But like, where's the supplementation that's going on? I don't
think anyone that you let go was a mistake. Not a single person.
I think Roy and Amik were mistakes. We should have kept those guys. Those are really good depth guys that can start in a pinch, and they played well last year. Like, those ones definitely hurt.
Familiar with the system, yeah. Guys like that, and
they're cheap, bro.
Would like to hold on to.
That's my thing. Cheap, like, they're cheap. They're not costing you $17 million like an Alec Pierce is. Like, it's just it doesn't make sense to let them go when you have this many holes. So I will say, I love the Cade Mays pickup. Talk about a bargain, like second best center on the market, arguably. And you got him for 3 years for less than Lindenbaum is making in 1. So, like, that to me is a beautiful signing, and it shores up a position that we're all nervous about heading into the draft, and we're still reeling from Ragnow leaving. Like, that to me was an A+ signing. I love that one. Pacheco, little worse than Monty, I'd say, in the talent department. Got some injuries. Of course, Brad Holmes loves his injured players.
I mean, but his injury was like a broken leg. You know, it's not like he's had like soft tissue stuff.
But he did play worse, right? Like,
yeah.
So it feels like he kind of lost his explosiveness. But like, he's the archetype of running back that we want. You have Gibbs as your lightning. You have Pacheco as your thunder. He runs hard. Grass hates him. Blah blah blah. I'm okay with it.
Angry at the ground.
Yeah, no, he's pissed all the time. We brought back Teddy Bridgewater. Rodrigo's back. Rocky Sin is a nice depth piece that I'm glad we re-signed. And Larry Borum, who can start in a pinch, but I also don't want him to. But if he needs to on the O-line, it's fine. Former Bear, yeah.
He was pretty bad when he was on the Bears, but I feel like I read that he like is fine now.
He's serviceable.
He's like your swing tackle.
Yeah, he's kind of like mid, which is fine.
Shout out to Larry.
Line, I feel like he's like our Dan Skipper replacement. Like, just the guy you need in a pinch if you have to rely on him. Yeah. So I don't know.
His business card just says NFL player.
Yeah.
I'm in the NFL.
Trust me.
I play there.
Trust me, I'm there. But yeah, no, I if I were to put one word on our free agency so far, it is underwhelming. That's kind of where I'm at. It feels like last year we were competing for a Super Bowl, and now it feels like we're scratching and clawing for a playoff spot. And that's just not a good feeling. Like, I don't really know what to do right now. The draft is going to tell us everything we need to know.
Ryan, I think only your fan base thought you were competing for a Super Bowl. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, say what you will, bro. 2-time NFC North champs, you know, had 15 wins the year prior. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to win 9 games, but carry on. or 8 games. I'm sorry.
Say what you will.
Yeah.
Ryan, was there anybody, like, I know you mentioned there were some guys that the Lions had let go, depth pieces like a Meek and Roy Lopez that you wouldn't have hated them retaining. Was there anybody that signed like elsewhere, just that you were like, would have liked to seen the Lions go after this guy or anything like that?
I mean, any high profile defender, like, I don't know, man. I don't necessarily want us to do like a Jalen Phillips crazy type deal like that, but like I am one of those fans. I've become one of these guys who is waiting for us to make a splash. Like I don't have like a specific player in mind, but like, I mean, okay, like Tariq Woolen, right? Like the Packers were rumored to get him. We'll get to that in a second. I'd be thrilled if we got Tariq Woolen. Like, absolutely thrilled. We have Tyrion Arnold going through legal troubles right now. We have our whole secondaries beaten up. We need help. Like, we're not going to do this all by the draft and keeping Rock Yassin. Like, I don't know what our plan is. I really don't.
So, do you guys remember when Sam Howell was considered a legit MVP candidate? Because I do not remember that. I remember he played a few games in Washington where he threw for a lot of yards.
He had some nice runs too. Shout out to Sam Howell.
Pitch Grid said thoughts on Anzalone leaving. That was bizarre to me. Not bizarre at all. He asked for a contract extension last year, and they gave him a swift $300,000 increase. Mm-hmm. So the writing was on the wall there.
100%.
Take that all day. Ryan, any final Lions thoughts before we head across the cheddar curtain?
No, we said it all. For the YouTube thing, I believe we're planning on recording a syndicate video with Brad Holmes being a topic of discussion, so make sure you guys tune into that for more. But I feel like I summed it up pretty well.
I enjoy that. Moran? I feel like there's more people leaving Green Bay than coming. What are the happenings? What's the haps, as the kids say?
The kids don't say that.
So
they should.
Source is not confirmed.
The kids should be saying that. Fucking kids.
So legit, everyone that left, I expected to leave. I didn't think we would cut Jenkins as quickly as we did, but came out today that he failed a physical as well. I think physicals are the talk of the day. But we just to sum up real quick: Rashawn Gary, Jenkins, Hobbs, Willis, Walker, Enagbare, Dobbs, and Rasheed Walker. We've lost them obviously, but I don't think they're gonna be as big of a loss as people think. So you guys have known my obsession with releasing Rashawn Gary since 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
He's the one Packer you've talked down about in our 2+ years of doing this. The one guy.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true. But that trade may be off now if the Cowboys get MAXX Crosby. So God knows if he's coming back.
Is that Rashawn Gary's music?
So don't know there. Elton Jenkins was an obvious cut. Saves us $19 million on the cap. Malik Willis. This guy literally bought his house in Miami before he became a free agent, and like everyone knew that was going to happen.
What do you guys think Malik Willis is going to do in Miami? Do you think it's going to go over well?
I do. I think he's good. I think he's very good.
Like, is a playoff win in his future? Like, what are we talking? I really have no idea how to feel about this. I feel like it could so go either way.
I just think it's going to take a while. It's possible that could go good, but man,
like, are they going to rebuild this mess around Malik Willis?
Shit.
You know, like,
yeah, why not?
Like Matt talks about needing.
I mean, the contract,
the time, right?
The contract they gave him is basically just like an inflation markup on the Justin Fields deal. I thought Malik Willis would get more,
way more,
but that's like a bridge quarterback contract. I
don't think they're. No, I don't agree with. I mean, the figure is a bridge, but I don't think they think he's a bridge.
Yeah, but what's the point of doing a bridge quarterback if you're the Dolphins, though? Right? Like, I feel like you sign a quarterback to a mid amount of money to kind of compete. No,
they don't think he's a bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They think he's a starter. Yeah.
I mean, the rest of your roster is really bad. It kind of like gives you some off ramps, right?
Is it
like,
though?
I mean, kind of. They're really old.
I mean,
But
their
look at-
defense is kind of falling apart. Their line is bad. Like Achane and Waddle are fun.
That's what I'm saying. And their defense is bad, but yeah, you went and got a defensive coach, so you just got to assume it's going to get better. But like,
Yeah,
their
no,
offense,
I think I'd be really surprised if the Dolphins aren't picking in the top 3 after this year.
Man, is this like a Geno
Like,
Smith to the
regardless.
Raiders, just on a different team?
no. Malik Willis is good. Geno Smith is
Geno
ass.
Smith was more proven than Malik Willis is.
That's fine.
Geno Smith is not ass, but Geno Smith going to the Jets is not good.
He's
He was
ass,
one of the
man.
worst quarterbacks
Matt
last
loves
year
Geno
in
Smith,
football.
and I don't understand
Well, he was
it.
bad last year because the Raiders were terrible.
No,
Maybe
the
it'll
Raiders were
be
also
better on the
terrible because he
Jets.
was bad. You can't just let him off the hook. Sorry, I
Maybe
don't mean
it'll
to.
be
I don't
better
mean
on
to
the Jets.
drift totally
The
away
Jets
from
are a
Green
great
Bay.
franchise.
Oh yeah, totally.
So with who we lost, it was all expected. Again, we don't know what's going to happen with MAXX Crosby. Quay Walker went to the Raiders. I don't like it's
Who's
just
the biggest loss, Moran, in your mind of guys that you'll be able to feel next year?
It's not the guy who went 9 straight games without a sack or tackle for a loss, is it?
no.
Not to name names.
No, I think like it's the best player we lost is Romeo Doubs and Rasheed Walker. Rasheed Walker is one of the best tackles in football. He played like it. But we also drafted his replacement thinking we're going to lose him. But yeah, Rasheed Walker for sure on the line.
I do think like Dobbs is like he's not like a spectacular flashy player, you know, but at least from the Packers games I watched, he was, especially after Tucker Kraft got hurt, at least in my opinion, he was like we need a guy to go make a play guy. Like a guy to get open on third down, a guy to dig out in a zone. Like
you just
Romeo
can't.
Doubs is a solid NFL receiver, if not spectacular. Somebody's going to have to fill that role.
Yeah, we drafted him.
Oh, he's making $20 million a year.
I don't think that's enough for him. I think he's a very good receiver.
I
really
he's
do.
making like 17. It's like up to 80. It's like 4 years, 67. He's making basically the same money as Rashid Shaheed or Romeo Doubs were on for
Come on,
$17 million a year.
you guys answer that.
I would take Romeo Doubs.
I would too, but it's not like a landslide.
I think it's a landslide.
I mean,
I think like
Shaheed has one route. It's go deep.
he's extremely good at it.
I think like the ceiling is higher with Rashid
I agree.
Shaheed.
I agree with that.
But who the hell knows if you ever get there? He's been in the league for what, 4 or 5 years? Like, and Romeo Doubs
he's the Trevor Lawrence of wide receivers.
Well, now if you say that, he might explode next year, be an MVP candidate.
Trevor Lawrence was in the
That was an
MVP talks.
MVP
Was he not?
candidate.
Yeah.
He was. It was a final.
You can't say that.
This final.
So I hate that last year happened because now our Trevor offseason bashing is no more, and it makes me sad.
Well, you guys have been wrong this whole time. I was never wrong, just early.
He just needed the right coach. Who knew?
Hold your stock. Coaching matters.
Coaching is everything.
What a concept.
That's right.
Anything else on the Packers, Moran? You guys want to bounce around some other guys in the league?
Just I love the Zaire Franklin trade. I don't think the drop off from him and Quay is that crazy. And Benjamin Saint, I think it's Jew. I don't know. Can't throw that word around right now. Juiced.
Whoa.
But yeah, big corner, reliable.
This will be our last show. It's been nice. It's been a good time, everyone.
But yeah, they signed him because he can stay on the field. Nate Hobbs goes down as one of the worst Packers signings in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
4 years, $48 million. Played 11 games. He's making $18 million off of it. But I'm glad we cut ties and we didn't just hold on to him just because we signed him. That's maturity too. But yeah, we're not done.
It is worth noting in the live chat, we got Pitch Grid saying they'll take Shaheed every day over Dobbs, which is just a different opinion, which we love. So
yeah, Pitch Grid also thought Sam Howell was an MVP candidate. So I'm on the right side of things over here. Love you guys.
All right. Other deals that were handed out around the league, we touched on it a little bit. Linderbaum gets a ton of money. Jalen Phillips gets cashed out. John Franklin Myers got a ton of dough. Alec Pierce made me be like, whoa. Fantasy football wise, Ken Walker, Mike Evans, Malik Willis, Travis Etienne, Isaiah Likely all get new homes. We talked about Romeo Dobbs. Wan'Dale Robinson? I like Wan'Dale Robinson, but I don't know if he's making the same money as Romeo Dobbs. That feels like too much.
I think Wan'Dale's better than Dobbs.
I do not agree with that.
I mean, who's been Wan'Dale's quarterback his entire career? I mean, I know we talk shit about Jordan Love, but Jesus, who is Matt throwing him the ball?
Wan'Dale.
I don't know. I think Wan'Dale is really, really good at doing more with less. And if you give him more, maybe he gives more. I don't know.
Oh, this is too funny. I will have to find this graphic pitch grid because I have no recollection of this.
Can I read this for him? All caps. Hey, that was not me. That was legit experts at ESPN. Go look up the graphic.
Experts in ESPN is very, very, very bad wording.
Yeah, listen to us on our podcast, Three Dudes in Our Basement.
We will find the graphic. But yeah, obviously the Linderbaum money was
insane,
staggering, if nothing else. But whatever, it's 3 years. The Raiders have money. They just offloaded MAXX Crosby. Wait, oh Jesus!
Can I say something about the Linderbaum thing real quick? Because I was worried Chicago was going to get him for sure, and I would be happy and sad that the Bears got him at the same time. Sad, obviously, because he is such a great player, but it's almost a shame that he's making that much money because it almost makes him feel not worth it. You know what I mean? It's just such a crazy amount more than the next guy. It's just, I don't know.
A 50% markup on the previous center is crazy.
For the most boring position, too. It's just, it just doesn't register for me.
Yeah, and center's important. We were talking about it a little bit in the group chat. Obviously the Bears spent 15 years trying to replace Olin Kreutz. The Lions obviously looked vastly different. Sans Frank Ragnow last year. The Packers are, of the three, the Lions are closing the gap a little bit, but far better at drafting O-linemen than any other teams in the division. So I could definitely understand Moran's stance on, why paying a center that much is crazy. But I don't know, I saw the difference it made last year for Caleb with having Drew Dahlman. So if you're going to draft the guy number one, give him a chance, I guess.
Yeah, year 2 of Drew Dahlman, Caleb Williams is going to hit real good. Oh,
it's really not that funny. I don't really enjoy that. It's not a nice thing to say.
Well, the best thing was when Ragnow retired and it had his graphic of him leaving the stadium and waving. Or no, when he came back, it had the graphic of him entering the stadium, and then he re-retired, and then just had him turned around and leaving again.
No, the best thing is they had the graphic of him coming in. It said "Rag now," and then they turned him around facing the exit. It said "Rag later." I died.
God, I miss him. Damn.
Oh, Frank. Hope you're doing well.
I guess we're getting DM'd this said graphic.
I gotta see this. I can't imagine this is real. I
Isn't
think
it's gonna be Instagram.
You know what it's gonna look like? PitchGrid is gonna just take a random graphic and use Microsoft Paint and put MVP all squiggly and stuff.
I'll accept that. Even I think that would work. But yeah, any other free agent signings stick out to you guys? Anything? Me and Ryan were talking a little bit before the podcast. I love Mike Evans to San Francisco. I think the Lions, Cade Mays signing at that price, especially after seeing what Connor McGovern got, what Tyler Linderbaum got, I think that's a shrewd move.
How about K9 to the Chiefs, man? That one feels very impactful. And I know I was in our group chat on WhatsApp talking some mess about K9 during the playoffs before they won the Super Bowl, and I ate crow on that one because he won the MVP. But that feels so huge for Kansas City after the Clyde Edwards-Helaire nonsense and not being able to really fill that position solidly. I think that's a great move for them. I can't even hate.
I'm not as big of a Kenneth Walker fan as most are. He's explosive. I do think he's a fairly limited player. He's like a bad pass catcher, a bad blocker, but for a Chiefs team that was like so desperately like
They needed it.
Just lacking juice. Like Kenneth Walker gives you juice, and it's just like an easy way to get it, reliable. They brought back Travis Kelce too. I saw people talking about how Travis Kelce might go somewhere else to play for a year to join the Emmitt Smith on the Cardinals and all
gross.
the stupid late career Jerry Rice on the Seahawks graphics.
Not one good reason to do that.
I was like, yeah, why would you do that? Yeah, if he was going to be back, I'm glad it was with the Chiefs. The Alec Pierce deal, did that make anyone else stand up and be like, holy wowzers?
I mean, it's a lot, bro. He's a good player. I like Alec Pierce a lot. He was like a fantasy darling for a little bit. I don't know, man. The contracts these days are just insane. I know the cap's going up around the NFL, but geez, man.
I also saw just that. Where the hell was I going with this? What were we talking about?
With Alec Pierce?
Oh, this is what I was going to say. They traded Michael Pittman to the Steelers. Yeah, we are live. We're live, pal. If you know, you know. But they was for like a 6th, 7th round pick swap, which made me feel like Michael Pittman was making similar money to DJ Moore. I would rather have DJ Moore, but the gap to me isn't a 2nd round pick versus a 6, 7 pick swap.
That is crazy, isn't it? And
yeah, the Bears hit a home run with that
100%.
trade.
I don't know how you guys. So how does Ryan Poles do this, where he gets this crazy draft pick compensation in return? Like
maybe he was owed one from the Chase Claypool trade. That's all I can think of.
God, the Chase Claypool trade.
Oh, was he the guy with Claypool?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that a first rounder? Or a 2nd rounder?
It was a 2nd rounder, but it was the first pick of round 2.
Oh,
so
God.
It wasn't great. It was pick 32.
Chase Claypool, dude. Yeah, no, that's a great return for you guys. You're not lying.
Yeah, but it just like I was very happy with the return initially. Like we talked about, I thought it'd be like a 4th, maybe a 3rd. But after seeing the Pittman thing, I mean, and I like that move for the Steelers. Like another like big dude, but way different skill set than DK, more of like an underneath guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whoever ends up quarterback in the Steelers. I hope it's not Aaron Rodgers, but I feel like it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
With McCarthy especially, it's going to be.
Yeah. It's a couple solid weapons.
So hey, shout out to PitchGrid in the live chat giving us live update on the MAXX Crosby situation. His agent has spoken. He says that Crosby is fully healthy and ready to get back to his game-wrecking status. That's a direct quote. So what is Baltimore doing?
When you see Max with 2 X's like in the wild, like I'm on Twitter,
that's what I'm saying.
It is a little alarming.
Isn't it weird?
Maybe that happened to the Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's say the Ravens just got cold feet. Okay. Should they be punished in any way for this?
No.
Punished, no, but teams are gonna think twice before dealing with them.
Yeah. Who's gonna talk to them?
That's what I mean.
So I was arguing with shout out to Mogs before we got on, but I was like, this is a really bad look for Minter in his first year. Like, one, you just blue balled the entire fan base. We already went over that. But 2, it's what you guys just said. Like, other players pay attention to how teams treat players. Like, this is what the Lions do right. Like, players want to come to Detroit, and you have to keep your team's reputation at a solid point without like backing out a day before the deal gets finalized on MAXX Crosby.
But this is much more than teams and treating players. This is the Ravens
like dealing in good faith.
Mistreating. Yeah, like mistreating another team.
Correct.
So as Ravens ownership, since you're not going to be able to probably trade ever again while you have this GM, do you get rid of him?
And if he's fully healthy, do the Raiders look bad at all? Like, the Raiders did nothing wrong if he's fully healthy, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, it sounds like, who knows? I'm sure more will come out about this over the next couple of days. So We'll see what happens, but it's definitely not a good look.
And more breaking news. Bam Adebayo has 83 points, and he just passed Kobe.
What? 83 points?
He's got, listen to this real quick, and I'm sorry, I know this isn't a basketball podcast. He's 36 for 43 from the free throw line.
Who are they playing against?
Jesus.
The Wizards.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
He more than 4 times his average.
Yeah, he averages like 20.
18 a game. Yeah. 18 a game.
Have a day.
He's a nice player, though.
All right. I think if we're setting records, that's when we got to get out of here, boys.
All right. And as always, may your Kool-Aid stay blue.
Your head stay cheesy.
Duh, Bears. Love you, Mom.